So I've heard you and Musk reference this assembly line of education, and I'd love to just start off by understanding what you mean by that and what the problem with that is.
I think that the transcript that you receive upon completion of high school, whether you go to like the fanciest boarding school in the United States or whether you go to your local public school, looks remarkably the same. So, maybe there's some variance in terms of taking an honors course or an AP course, or maybe you have an IB curriculum or something else, but largely your experiences are predetermined from the moment you enroll in a school system, and they are unlikely to change. Like I imagine in 10 years, you will still see world history, American history, pre-algebra, pre-calculus, the same set of courses. And I think both Elon and I shared the idea that you could have more meaningful experiences over the course of these years in this place that we call school. And that when you look back on the time that you spent, which is of course a lot of time, right? So you're from whatever it's age 5 or 6 until the age of 18, and it's not even talking about university, that if you really think about the impact that moments in a classroom or in a school had, when you like from a distance, from the future self, that you would have a better school if you could like look back on those formative moments that you had, those like really meaningful experiences, those places where you felt like real power to do something meaningful, that you could draw from those experiences as you kind of go throughout life. And it seemed to me that when I think back on like my middle school and high school experience, that there were very few of those moments. But the moments that I did have were like incredibly important and instrumental to the things that I have done since. Like I remember, when I was in 8th grade, there was a class where we were asked, like, what's the best way to distribute really scarce tickets? Like, there's some, again, a fictional exercise, really, like how could these tickets be distributed in a way that would be equitable? Should we drop them from a helicopter? Should we have people line up? Should we auction them off? But just even sifting through those seemingly equivalent answers, like that experience has stayed with me to the point that when I designed Conundrums, which is this partnership with Class Dojo, where we're like writing these 1-minute videos to engage students in like seemingly equivalent choices, that my experience as an 8th grader sort of resonates now, like all these years later. And it felt to me like we could design a school where you have these powerful moments throughout your experience that you can draw on as you continue to grow and to learn more, that maybe that's like the true measure of a school's efficacy. And maybe really like that should be the project of school, is to provide you with meaningful moments and experiences that you can reflect on and help you make sense of yourself in the world. So Elon and I were in agreement on that. And the idea was like, well, how could we, start a school with this mindset?